Banished.
Yeah, they're not too pleased with me right now, if I'm honest. It was scratching at the door before you called. They were just like. Oh, by the way, that is the Snowman movie I was talking about. Come on, thank you.
Oh, that movie, yeah.
Kind of looks
Yeah.
like the same people did Paddington Bear way back in the day.
It might be. I think that has a different title over here.
Yeah, like,
Let me look it up.
hey, no dicks. Come
Excuse
on.
me?
But yeah, it's the one that's got the
Oh,
"Walking
fuck.
in the Air" song on it, which is everyone in England and Britain in general would know it.
Trying to kill me? What are you doing? Come on, man. Get down. Get down.
1982.
Please.
Yup.
Please get down. What's the earliest movie you remember going to see?
Earliest
Uh,
movie.
Theater or at
Yes,
home?
in the theater, not at home. Who remembers that?
I do. National Lampoon's European Vacation.
I'm
wow.
calling bullshit on that.
The only reason I remember that is because it was my first ever incident of tit eyes.
Someone made
It's a little different.
somebody made a snowman game for the ZX Spectrum. That's how old this movie is.
Yup.
What was my first movie? The first movie I remember, I think, is... I don't remember which one came out first, but it was either the Mario... No, it was either The Wizard or the first Ninja Turtles movie.
The Wizard.
Yeah, remember the
Nintendo movie?
Nintendo one
Fred
with
Savage?
the Power Glove?
Yeah, Fred
Yeah,
Savage.
Fred Savage.
Really? I thought mine goes back way further than that.
Mine probably does too, but those are the ones I remember, like, sitting in the theater and getting excited and remembering, like, one, I went to a movie, and two, which one it was. Because I'm sure before that we were seeing Disney movies in the theater, but... Hey,
The first one I
Jetlag.
remember is way later. Way later. It's the Santa Claus.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, actually, since we're talking about Christmas movies, have you guys seen, hold on, I gotta look it back up now. I forgot the...
What do you... Yes, Boomer. Come on. Love you too. I need you to get down.
Have you guys seen
No.
Rise of the Guardians from a couple of years ago?
No.
Yes! That wasn't
That
bad.
movie's really good.
That wasn't bad at all.
I like that
That's
movie
what-
a lot.
I
Everyone
really
seems to
liked,
talk about it. Like,
what's his name? Hugh Jackman as the Jackrabbit.
Yeah, did you know who Santa is?
I don't remember.
Alec Baldwin.
Yes!
It's like Russian
Baldwin's-
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin does a great voiceover.
hmm
That guy can play the shark from Jaws. So anyway, honestly, the first movie I really remember going to go see was The Jungle Book at the old Strongsville Theater.
Oh, the
It
Jungle
was
Book.
tucked in one of those corner plaza, like it was like an L-shaped strip mall,
Yeah.
and the corner plaza was almost always a theater, and it was right in there. And I remember like going in there. I remember it had this big wood banister across the back of it.
Yeah.
You had to go in one door, and then you split out, and then went down the aisles.
Man, Jungle
Because
Book.
I remember we were late for it because I was playing Zaxxon in the arcade.
You had important things to do.
Did had to save those ships, man.
Yeah.
But I still remember my favorite theater growing up was this one in Parma Heights, the Mercury. Had the old soda fountain in front. Was right next to a very old style grocery store. It had like the big marquee and like the it was called the Mercury. We always call it the Merc because it had like the guy Mercury with little wings on his feet,
Yeah.
doing like one of those straight up, and had the little hat on him and stuff.
Man, theaters
Had-
used to be cool.
Had those like the tin wall in the back, like old style soda fountain, and like the old Coca-Cola Santa Claus is up all year round.
Oh, man.
the holidays are coming.
Yeah.
I remember that. But the thing I remember the most about that theater was it like the seats were this nasty like kind of tan color, like that pleather tan color.
Oh yeah.
Reclined just a little bit, and they had the little flip-up ashtrays in each armrest.
Oh,
Right.
jeez.
Oh
And
man.
I remember flicking ashes like out of them, just being a kid.
Oh man.
I think my favourite theatre of all time is probably the one that's actually local to us here, because despite the fact that we live in the middle of absolutely nowhere, it's a relatively middle class kind of area. And the theatre is every single screen in it has red electronic leather recliners,
Oh wow.
and probably a good 4 feet of space between you and the seat in front of you.
Well, that's a new thing. Like a lot of the old AMC theaters had ripped out all the seating and made this luxury seating style where you can buy like craft beers at the concession stand now.
Yeah.
I think ours might be an AMC, but I'm not sure.
That's like a new thing. I mean, the ticket price is a little more expensive, but they're awesome.
Yeah.
The like Ridge Park Square is like that now. I'm surprised Cedar Lee hasn't done that yet, but still, my favorite thing in the world is going to see a movie at the Big House, like a midnight showing at the Capitol Theater in Lakewood.
Yeah.
I love the Cap, man. I do.
Man, I forgot about Cedar Lee until you just mentioned it. I saw so many indie movies there.
I saw. All right, you remember? Okay, so remember they kept adding on to that one theater where it goes like this, and then goes vertical, and then goes up again.
It was like a cartoon. Like
it's like, who the fuck thought this was a good idea?
Who needs more seating at the Cedar Lee? Come on, guys.
So yeah, I remember seeing, because they have like all their theaters, like they have the ones that are like literally the size of my screen downstairs, like theaters there.
Yeah, it's like a 10-seater.
Yeah,
it's a VHS.
Because I think I saw Cowboy
TV.
Bebop, knocking on Heaven's, or the
nice.
Heaven's Door movie or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I saw that there in that little theater, and I remember seeing the Blair Witch there when I was a kid.
Wow.
Oh,
and,
jeez.
and it was almost sold out, and we had to sit in the front fucking row.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I
hate front row.
I think the last movie I saw there was Requiem for a Dream. And it was like 6 other people in the smallest theater, and all of us were like, this is horrible.
I think I've seen all the I saw Moonrise Kingdom there. Whatchamacallit? The one that just came out. Oh gosh, I love this movie. The name is escaping me. The one where they're in the hotel, the Grand Budapest.
Oh yeah,
the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yes.
Hey Badger.
I watched that there, and they had like a local baker showed up and made the little desserts that they have in that movie.
Oh, that's cool.
They make legit caramel corn there. It's great.
Man.
I love that place.
That's a great theater. That's a great theater that has looked run down probably since it opened. It's like a dive bar. It's going to be perfect, but it's going to be shitty.
Well, yeah, I mean, like that theater, like the old Medina theater was really cool. Remember when the theaters always had those big ramps?
Yeah.
Where you had to, you got your tickets out and you walked up this ramp?
Yep.
Like, I remember Medina theater was like that. I miss the old Great Northern Theater that was tucked in behind all the stores, where you're literally going through this maze of hallways.
Yeah.
Because there was like that Dunham Sports right there, and then there was a Marks where everyone bought their candy and snuck it all in.
Oh, Marks. I forgot about Marks, too. Man. There used to be a great corner store by where I grew up. It was like 2 blocks away. That's where we always used to get our candy. It was like, on the edge of some shopping centers, it'll just come to a point. Like that was where the grocery store was. It was just like flat on the back, and it was a triangle. And we always used to walk down there and get candy. That store was great. What was it called? Holzheimer's. That's what it was called. That's a real literally a mom and pop. Like we grew up in a. There was a big like Slovenian and Czechoslovakian neighborhood, and that was very much like that whole place.
Oh yeah, I loved it. I love stuff like that. Like, and here's the other thing. Like, I didn't know there was a Fisher Foods like this far north.
Really?
They tore down the facade at Laurel Plaza over like at the southern part of Brunswick, and there's a Fisher Foods marquee across the top. I'm like, what? I don't.
What?
I was like, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was an Apple's, but no, it's a Fisher Foods, which is like a very local North Canton area
Yeah, that's
supermarket
crazy.
chain.
I don't know local stores. The only local store I know is Game Crazy, and that's a mom and pop shop that's down the road, and it's one of the only non-franchised game stores I've seen in a long time.
Shit, I left my notebook downstairs. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think I have one. I think there's like one gaming store that's run by a dude near the coast, and all the Yelp reviews are like, yeah, he's got some good stuff, but he's a real dick. So I haven't gone there. And I guess there's one that just opened up in town, probably about 20 minutes away from me. And apparently that one's real good, but stay-at-home dad means I don't bring any income, so I don't really want to get tempted.
Yeah, I'm the exact same. Legally not allowed to work for a while, so
Right. That's true.
literally it's on the road. I went in there with them when Holly was in town for the wedding. We went in, she picked up a couple of things. But I mean the selection they've got is insane. Like they've got like Famicom, NES,
Wow.
SNES, they've got everything all the way up to modern day stuff. They've even got like top loading NES and all kinds in there.
That's pretty
It's
cool.
expensive for the rarer stuff, but it seems to be okay. But Jess and I run all digital now. Our purchases now are 100% digital when it comes to games, unless it's like a steal.
Yeah.
We just go digital all the way. So it's one of those things where it's like, I'd like to give you my business, but we can get codes for cheap for credit. Like we can pay 35 to $40 for a $50 card, and then that gets us our games, and we're already saving a bit on that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I still don't like the fact that someone that can be pulled and you'll never get a chance to play it again.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous. Considering I've got I think almost 200 games currently installed on my Xbox One.
Yeah.
It does make me nervous, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I had to, for the move, I had to get rid of all my 360 stuff. Like, I literally unboxed and unbookleted everything, stuck all my discs into a little, the old CD case.
Right.
Took longer to find the CD case than it did to actually unbox everything.
Right.
But I had to do that, and it's like, well, you know what? I'll go digital. And then if they turn around and say, oh, you can't play this anymore, I'm pretty sure there are entrepreneurs out there on the internet who are busy breaking it to make sure I can play what I own.
Well, and I think you're really only at risk with a lot of that stuff if you're hacking and cheating and installing custom firmware and stuff like that. Then that's when you get banned and from Xbox Live in general. But otherwise,
yeah,
it seems like the majority of the time when games specifically get pulled down, usually you can re-download them. I think the only exception has been that PT demo in recent memory. But that was just a free demo, so I know people are still upset about that, but you didn't pay for it, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's like that Flappy Bird thing where it's like, oh, I'm selling my iPhone which has got Flappy Bird on it for $2,000, and it's just like,
Man,
no game is worth that amount.
there's one born every minute.
hmm
Jeez, I forgot about that. I forgot about Flappy Bird.
Me too. The only reason I remember it even slightly is because it was in a game I played recently, Goat Simulator,
Yeah.
and they've got Flappy Goat achievement in there where it's literally Flappy Bird but with a goat, and there's an achievement for passing like 10.
Goat Simulator is insane.
Oh yeah. Fun but crazy.
Yeah.
Alright. What else did I play this week?
Okay, I gotta get this thing off my wrist. Go away, Fitbit.
Now, is it your hospital thing? Oh, Fitbit.
No, yeah, it's just my Fitbit.
Are you still wearing your hospital thing?
No, we took it off pretty quickly.
Oh, hey, Moon, I might be upgrading soon. You interested?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
It's a watch.
Yeah.
But it's smart.
Well, no, I mean, like, if you've seen, we talked about this, the Zen 3 watch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, does that look good?
Mm-hmm.
Now, honestly, the crux for it, if it works with my golf GPS app, is the only thing.
Oh, yeah.
If it doesn't work with that, done.
So, as I took a sip of this, I wanted to get your guys' opinion. I think this is Gatorade's best flavor, but it makes my wife gag. Lime cucumber.
Oh.
No. I haven't tried it.
It's so good.
I will reserve true judgment until I've tried it, but we don't really buy soda.
Well, it's not soda.
We don't really either.
It's got electrolytes.
What plants
It's got sugar in it, doesn't it?
Hmm?
It's got sugar in it.
Yeah,
the only
probably.
time we get sugary stuff in here is when I go to the store and buy milk, and it's like, ooh, that's a 2 liter of Pepsi. I'll pick that up.
Sugar is only the second ingredient. First one's water.
Water, the first
So it's
one.
gotta be good.
No, we
we
drink a hell of a lot of water in this house, but there's been a bit of a discussion. Like a couple of people I listen to and watch stuff for, one of the people has an issue with tap water. Like he can taste the difference between tap water and bottled water. I can taste it too. It just doesn't bother me.
Yeah, me too.
I don't.
Jess hates she hates the taste of tap water. So we go to Wegmans, like New York grocery store chain, and we get like 36 bottles about that big. And when she's finished them, I rip the label off and then fill it full of my water and then throw it in the fridge.
Your own little recycling program.
I just keep refilling this big fucking bottle.
Yeah, I don't care about tap water. My wife, it drives her crazy. And we just bought one of those. It's like a Brita filter, but it's a different brand, and I just keep that filled in the fridge.
There's another air, or not air, but water filter that I was looking at not too long ago. It was it's supposed to add another, like, instead of, well, it filters the water, but then it extra hydrogenate or puts another hydrogen filter into it. It over-hydrogenates the water. It's supposed to be better for you. I don't know. It sounds like snake oil, but
yeah, I was about to say I think H3O is a different thing than water. So it's one of those things that sounds good, and then you're just like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's not really.
You can't do that.
You guys seen Parks and Rec?
What's up?
Have you guys seen Parks and Rec?
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of that skit in Parks and Rec where they're like, oh yeah, this is, pure water. And they're like, no, it's not. It's like 98% sugar. It's like, well, that's just what it says on the bottle. She's like, well, it gives you the impression it's got 0 additives and it's just water. She's like, no, for that you want super water, total 0, nothing included, and gives like a big long name. And she's like, yeah, that sounds what this is.
Oh, man. I miss Parks and Rec.
I don't miss that one as much as 30 Rock.
No, 30 Rock was so good.
I still need to watch 30
Did
Rock.
you see the Dave Chappelle skit?
No, I haven't watched it. I have that, and I have the Ghost in the Shell trailer saved to watch after this.
That might be the most brilliant thing I think Chappelle's done in ages. Like, that's so relevant.
The
thing
with the Walking Dead
with
one?
the Walking Dead thing with Negan.
I haven't seen anything about it.
Your favorite I can't ruin it. It's so great.
Did you watch the Ghost in the Shell trailer yet?
Is there a new one?
It just came out today, yeah.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson is Famiko or Lieutenant, I can't remember her name now.
Major Kusanagi.
That's the one.
I need to go back and watch Thank you. I need to go back and watch that movie. The first one.
Yeah, me too.
I just bought it on Blu-ray or on Steelbook. I think they had a re-release.
Have they still been fucking with it though? Because like when the original
it's
DVD,
been so long, I don't even think I'd even notice.
Well, no, like what they started doing is, if I remember correctly, the original print wasn't 16:9, so it's like what they did with
They clipped the tops and the bottoms.
Yeah, and like squished it a little bit. It's just like, guys, no one cares. Like, just leave it alone. I don't think they went as far as Aeon Flux, where it's like, boom, CG, here we go. It's just like, no, I don't want any of that.
You're
What was
trying
that
to
movie, Ninja Scroll?
Ninja Scroll.
They messed that up too when they brought that on DVD the second time. They did the same thing where they clipped off the top and the bottom. It's like, just leave it. No one's buying that movie because it looks good.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy. Like, I bought a lot of that stuff in their first runs before they started playing with it.
Yeah.
Like the old Pioneer. That's when Pioneer was doing animation.
Yep. Yeah, I actually ran across my Tenchi Muyo box set that I bought from Suncoast for $75. It's 2 DVDs.
Oh.
God, it's so good.
She's no Ryoko.
No, that's true.
Yeah,
Who
Badger,
really is,
I am
though?
in New York. Sorry about that. I was going to say, the only thing I've seen to do with the new Ghost in the Shell was, I don't know if you got this as well, Nobs, but Doctor Strange, when they were doing that, take your seats, don't disturb anybody, switch off your cell phones and all this other stuff. It was interference, like it came in like static interference during that whole spiel. There was static interference, and it would cut to a very quick Ghost in the Shell, couple of seconds, then back to the thing, then a couple of seconds later, back to Ghost in the Shell, back to that. And
I saw a few of the clips of the action where she's invisible and then the fight and just jacks that dude up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be curious if they do the scene where she rips her arms off. That's gonna make or break the movie for me.
Yeah, apparently there's no Tachikomas either, which is a real bummer.
Oh.
I mean, that's kind of a hard sell if it isn't anime, but it would have been nice for something.
Yeah.
Maybe like a little assistant on her desk or something. Yeah. I don't have high hopes. I mean, it's a Western anime movie. You know, like that live-action Ava movie that came out.
The Spike
in the
Lee
year
reimagining of Old Boy.
3515. Jeez. I bet that movie's dead. That movie has to be dead.
It has to be dead.
I'm going to look it up. Maybe last thing we talk about.
Did the new Ultraman movie ever come out? Like, I don't think they came out here yet.
New Ultraman?
There's a new live-action Ultraman. The trailer looks amazing.
Huh.
I loved Ultraman.
Yeah, Ultraman was great. Oh, good. An auto-playing audio ad on this Celebrity Breakups of 2015 we didn't see coming.
Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, because once again he's got involved in a movie with another female co-star.
Oh, man.
And it's that Marion Coulthard lady.
Oh, nice. So, there's an article here, How the Evangelion live-action film never came to be. The original announcement of this stuff was from 2003.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was right around when Lord of the Rings was coming out. Like, hey, Wega's gonna do it. It's gonna be awesome.
It was before. I think 2003 was. Weta definitely did do Lord of the Rings. I think that was before it though, and I think everyone was like, "Yeah, Weta's. I mean, pretty big, but they weren't a household name yet."
Mm-hmm. I do love their work though.
Oh yeah.
Like, anytime I see their name in a movie, it's like, okay, the CG and that was pretty good usually.
Yeah. 2006. Oh man, remember ADV?
Yes.
Man. What happened to them?
Like everybody else, they went out of business or were bought by a bigger company.
Yeah, we're AD Vision. ADV Films. 1992 to 2009.
They really hung on longer than I thought.
Label is Sentai Filmworks presently. Huh.
Copy. Paste. Yeah, I want to see this because I don't know. I'm really happy what they're doing with live action stuff in Japan. It seems awesome.
Yeah.
I know Moon wasn't a fan of Attack on Titan, but I really enjoyed that.
It's not that I wasn't a fan of the movie. It's just I made the mistake of seeing the anime first, and there's kind of a lot to live up to in that anime. And like I was talking to you about it online, it was really good for what it was, but I think the anime is a bit better. I'm looking forward actually to see what they do with part 2, because like the movie, like the anime I watched, where the movie ends is probably about episode 4 or 5 of the anime. So they've still got a lot to cover. There's like 22 episodes in the first series.
There we go. Boop. Okay.
I cannot wait for this to. I can't wait to see this whole movie because Ultraman looks so awesome.
Boy, we don't really have any news stories this week. Just getting ready for Turkey Day.
First Thanksgiving over here, I believe.
Nice. Alright, you gents ready to start this thing?
Yep.
Alright, I guess I'll stop watching this.
Sorry, Ultraman.
Well, I watch him kick it. Woof! Oh my god, that makes me so happy.
I'm trying to remember what the live action movie was of the really big really big anime, really big manga. And they made a live action one-off movie of it. I don't know if it was Ultraman or not. But it was a dude who literally got a costume and then ran around like crazy, but the effects, the way they did it was stupendous. I'll have to get in touch with my
background. A gargoyle.
I just look at the constant watching of the hands. It's like, is there something for me there? No. He's moving them. Still nothing. No.
Is it food yet? Oh, man.
Take me to IMDb. Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright, Ultraman came out in Japan March 12th. There's gotta be a copy of this movie out there somewhere.
Yeah, I wonder who's bringing it out.
I'm not even exactly sure.
Somebody probably will.
Ultraman X, here it comes.
So good.
It's Ultraman X, here it comes, our Ultraman. Oh, I love you, Japan.
Jeez. Yeah, who's bringing this out? Production, voice actors. Doesn't look like anyone's announced to bring it out over here yet. Maybe it'll show up on Crunchyroll at some point.
You know what? I really should use that subscription at some point.
Probably.
Are you subscribed to Crunchyroll?
I am.
Man, Attack on Titan, get on it. And if you want 500 episodes of something to watch Bleach, because that's great as well.
I tapped out on Bleach after, like, somewhere in the 200s.
I did too the first time, and then a guy I was working with in England, he was a big anime fan, and he was like, oh, I've seen this, this, and this, and I was like, have you seen Bleach? And he was like, no. So he literally watched, like, all 500 episodes of it. He's further than I am now.
Jeez.
I can't, like... On something like that's that long running, like I don't know if I can jump into another one because I did all of Dragon Ball stuff. Like, I mean, I don't know if I could do that again with another show.
Well, and the tough part is like that, like Bleach and Naruto. Both of those are the problem with them making so many episodes and one coming out every week is that a lot of them are good and some of them are real bad.
Yeah.
You just get episodes that are hot turds.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was what it was. Like, Inuyasha lasted a long time, too.
Yeah. That's an understatement. Inuyasha ran for... God, it was over 10 years, right?
Yeah.
It lasted
and
forever.
Even, like, it was another one that ended up being more fun than I was going to give it credit for was, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh,
was
yeah.
a lot of.
I forgot about that. Man, I'm just thinking about Tenchi again and how badly they pooched a really great series. With every new series that came out. Now he's in space. It's like, cool. I don't care anymore. They just released some new Tenchi stuff. And it's garbage. I looked at it and it's just like, this isn't... Tenchi's not even in it. They're not even... like, the dude whose name is on the box is no longer in it.
That reminds me, I gotta rewatch Love Hina.
I wonder if Love Hina still holds up. Probably not. But it's a fun ride.
No, I'm gonna watch Golden Boy tonight.
Yeah. I was thinking about watching Fooly Cooly again. I haven't watched it. It's 3 hours long. I'm gonna just bang that out.
I don't think I picked up the Blu-ray version of that.
Oh, you should. Oh god, it's so good. Does
it come in a steel tin?
No, they never put out a Steelbook one now. Sadly. That'd be a great one. Have the guitar on the front and the bass on the back. Boom, sold it.
No, just the demon symbol.
Oh, damn it. That's better. No, the Blu-ray looks really good. They cleaned it up in a way that... They cleaned it up and they didn't fuck with it.
Oh my god.
On one disc.
Remember when I was subscribed to that what was that big format magazine? New Type. Yes. And we came across the spread of Dead Leaves. We're like, what the fuck is this?
I just ran across that in my DVD collection.
And then when we watched it, we're like, what did we just watch?
This is the best mess I've ever watched. It's like 35 minutes, if I remember, and it's just a disaster from front to back, and it's so good.
The dude with the drill dick, like, oh.
Only in anime.
Yep.
I think that was a Gainax movie, right?
It was, totally.
Man.
What happened? Remember when all this stuff used to be fun?
They still have a lot of fun stuff out now. It's just a lot of... it's a lot of stuff that... It's... From looking in from the outside, it looks like it's... A lot of stuff is either fan service, like... what was that? Kenran Sagara? That has a ton of games. It's just like, hey, everybody has huge boobs. Or it seems like there's a lot of sports anime again. That's weird.
Yeah, that was huge when I was a fair bit younger. Like when you had Ultimate Muscle, you had the soccer one, the baseball one. There was like so many coming out, and then they just all vanished.
Well, I mean, the good one. I mean, I thought the really good ones was like Baki the Grappler.
Oh yeah,
I thought was great.
That's a classic. Man. Yeah, I don't know. I keep thinking every once in a while, it's like, man, I should...
Is Rurouni Kenshin still running?
I don't think... I think that ended probably last month. I keep thinking every once in a while, it's like, man, I really loved anime. And I don't want to be one of those bitter dudes that's just like, well, in the 80s, anime was way better. I feel like there still has to be something out. Summer Wars was great. So I know people are still making great anime. I just need to find it. Like, I need some anime recommendation service. We're going to be like, look, I love Summer Wars, I love Tenchi, I love Cowboy Bebop, of course, because I'm alive. What should I watch nowadays?
Well, I mean, that's the question, because remember, like, we've talked about this before. We were on a ridiculous hot streak of picking stuff up in college.
Yep.
It seemed like every series we picked up was fun, and we loved it.
Yeah.
And one of them started out being a horrible mistake. Like, oh man, what was it? Soul Taker.
Oh,
those first two discs were the worst.
The hot garbage.
And you know what? I'm gonna stick it out. These new ones are coming out. We're gonna see where it goes. And then it righted the ship on that third DVD. And I'm like,
when you mentioned mistake, I thought you were talking about here and what was it? Now and Then, Here and There.
Holy shit!
What that thing is just disc after disc of somebody stabbing you in the kidneys and laughing about it.
Oh my god!
I'm glad I don't know what you're talking about.
Was that?
I'm really glad I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a show that I think it's 13 episodes. And
yes, it was.
it at every turn punishes the main characters in unspeakably horrible ways, and then once it hits like the crescendo of terribleness, it ends. There is no silver lining, there is no victory. It's done. Fuck you.
No,
Jesus.
it's one of the few ones where, like, I think the bad guys won. Like,
They are totally
just outright. Like,
Oh,
that
so
crazy
rough.
guy in the bowl cut,
Ugh.
just losing his mind balls on these kids.
God. I think the last show that I watched all of that I really liked was Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. That was
That was pretty
Gainax's. I like that. I like that show a lot.
For a big robot show, yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, it
I
was
still
just
can't
crazy
believe-
enough.
Because I still can't believe, like, we even rolled the dice on Big O, ended up being
It was
amazing.
so good. We even rolled the dice on what was that witch show?
Oh, Witch Hunter Robin?
Yeah, that show was
Witch
hot. Whew.
Witch Hunter Robin was really good. What's it called? Wolf's Rain, I think
Wolf's
was
Rain
the
was
start.
great.
Was the start of our descent, because that one was really sad.
Well, that one
Wolf's
sort of
Rain.
petered
But
out.
no, like
Yes.
Heat Guy J ended up being really great. I didn't expect to like that one that much.
Yeah.
And then the next one I went into was Desert Punk. Ended up being just her. I could only get through 3 discs.
I
I'm
never
done.
clicked with Desert Punk, and people love it. I didn't get it.
I didn't get Desert Punk and Bandit King Jing. Like
Yeah, that one never.
that
clicked with
was
me
just
either.
that was just horrible.
When did Desert Punk come out? I want to see what year this is. How far
Like, I
back
even
are
have
we?
like the Desert Punk hat. Like I bought the box set expecting to fill it up.
Yeah, 1997.
Like
No,
Blood
that's the
Trinity.
manga.
That ended up being bad.
Sorry,
Sorry.
the manga for Desert Punk is still running. FYI.
Oh, of course it is.
Good
Because
God.
why does this stuff ever end?
All right, where's the anime then? 2005. So we've been out of it for about a decade.
Probably about 13 years for me.
Yeah, that's not too bad. There
were
has to be
talking-
something great out now.
Yeah, you were mentioning before. You said you want like the anime recommendation service.
Mm-hmm.
I think I took a break from anime for probably about a decade because I didn't have anyone to talk to about it.
Yeah.
And it seems the similar case for you guys. Like you moved, so you're not, you don't talk as much, so on and so forth. You got to catch everything up in small doses.
Well, I mean,
Set-
we don't talk every week or anything.
You know what I mean? But you've got the pre-show, you've got the post-show. You've got text messages and stuff. But it's not the same as sitting down with someone and saying, "Oh, you like this anime? Check out this other one." Because that's what happened with me and Ryan. Like, I was not interested in Attack on Titan, and he didn't even know about Bleach. And then all of a sudden, I've seen the first series of Attack on Titan, and he's watched 600 odd episodes of Bleach. It's like you need that other person to take that risk.
Yeah.
Watch something, and if it's good, recommend it.
I think it was more of us goading each other to find the craziest things, and that was we would go to Best Buy. No, like seriously, we would go because Best Buy in Canton had like one whole row of shows.
And they had, I don't know, like, why BFE Ohio had a Best Buy that had the best stock of really rare and random anime, but there was stuff we could go through, and it was like the 80s for video games, where we're just like,
Yeah.
this looks ridiculous. All right, bring it home.
Well, yeah, like what was the one crazy Boogie Pop Phantom, and it
Yeah.
was ridiculous. I still don't know what the fuck happened in it. I've watched it 4 times.
Yeah. Man. All right,
But
it's almost 3 o'clock. We gotta get started here.
Yeah.
Alright.
I
Not
have a
that I'm
sick
not
wife
enjoying it,
couch and-
but
my wife is sick in the living room, so I'm pretty sure me taking up the bedroom probably isn't helping her.
probably not.
Well, just never curl up on the bed, whatever.
My daughter's been howling all day, so I'm assuming it's gonna start again here pretty soon.
Phrases you never thought you'd say.
Yeah, God, I'm so tired.
No, Todd, not now.
All right, you guys
go and
ready?
get party and bloated after a foamy latte?
Damn it.
Stick a cork in it, Sane.
Good times. You should listen to your friend Billy Zane.
It's pretty cool.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of those
I think Nobs
episodes.
broke himself.
It's so good.
Did you not think I knew what a googly was?
A you googly?
What is
Miranda?
this? A center for ants?
I have to watch that. I have to watch that again.
Yeah.
Used to be 3 times bigger.
Derelict.
Like Will Ferrell's expressions in that movie are just the best.
Yeah.
You're
Just this surprise.
You're absolutely right.
So good. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me, as always, is Knobs.
Heyo.
And back for another week, Moonpier.
Howdy.
Let's.
Why is the British guy saying howdy?
I don't know. I picked it up ages ago.
It just
I even said it in
feels right.
England.
Thank you to Moon for sending us a tweet. The Enderson 2 started a TVGP club on Xbox One. Just search for TVGP.
I saw that club thing. I'm upset I didn't start that first.
Yeah, thank you very much, the Enderson, for setting all that up. And go join that. They do something? I don't know yet.
I'm not exactly sure.
It basically will alert you if anybody in the club is online. It will say, like on your friends list, TVGP 6 here, and tell you what they're playing. And you can also do basically looking for group, like in WoW. You can do that through the club. So you can be like, anybody want to play Battlefield 1? Click here, and then you can join in immediately with anybody who's in the club.
That's cool. All right,
Are
so
you
go
a
join the
club?
TVGP club. Come play with us. Play
Right.
some stuff. All right, well,
Write down your tutorial because we got to get Donnie in it.
just go to his house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What? I almost had to do that the other night to put Battlefield 1 in.
that's so sad.
There was this huge on live like argument about, all right, I am coming down to your house and I'm literally just gonna put it in your drive for you.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Knobs, what have you been playing this past week? Speaking of Battlefield 1.
Yes. Well, right on cue. Monday night game night. We ended up having a 2-game night going.
Yep, 2 games. I think it was 14, 15 people at one point.
It was
Wow.
madness.
Wow.
It was. So we had a group of 5 playing Horde mode, and the rest of us all playing Battlefield in 2 or 3 different games.
Jeez. That's good, though.
Don't forget the outlier though. Soulman was playing Skyrim.
Oh yeah, Soul Man's in there in the party playing Skyrim.
That sounds about right.
That's Monday night. We got Gears, we got Battlefield, and a sprinkle of Skyrim.
Everybody's hanging out. It's a good time.
It was a lot of fun actually. The crosstalk was distracting in the best way. Like we could do anything. Like every time I tried to save Tom Gamer, we were up in this one area sniping, and I was being cover fire. By the time by the time I was telling him, "Hey, you got people coming," there's Ian. Oh my God, I'm down. Oh.
Barely controlled chaos.
And then there's Tom. Yeah, thanks, man.
Thanks for trying.
Nothing I could do. If I had a claymore, I'd drop it down for you, but they weren't invented yet.
They are in the game though.
Are they?
Yep, high explosive and incendiary. It's like a bottle of wine, it looks like, with a wire going from the top of it to like a little stake in the ground. And if you pass the line, it blows up the bottle.
That's really good.
Yep.
All right. Whatever works. Yeah, so that game's still really fun, really good. Really not very good at it myself, but I sure do have fun playing a Battlefield game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. On the Battlefield front, I actually played through every single war story this week.
Ooh.
No, I've only gotten to. I got to the Italian guy in like the Juggernaut suit. Like,
so
I have not finished his. But that was pretty cool when they brought down the side of a mountain on him, though.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Did you do the Australian guy yet, or is he the one after?
I think he might be the one after, because I did the opening sequence, which still, hands down, might be one of the best opening introductions to a game I've ever played.
The character swap bit. Where
yes.
You jump from, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That was outstanding. And then I did the tank one, and I did the airplane. And the airplane might be one of the most beautiful games, scenarios I think I've ever played.
Yeah, that is mind-blowing. Like, it's so beautiful.
The sky, like it's like that second when the sun's setting in the background, and you're fighting on those zeppelins, and the set pieces that you fight in that, like blowing these zeppelins up, and then when you crash land on it, I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome.
Yep, running across the top of a zeppelin, an American and a British dude. Yep. That's also, funnily enough, that forced me to actually, for once, use the paddles on my Elite controller. Because you, same as me, you had issues with the way the flight controls were in Battlefield 1.
Yes.
I switched them, I advise you switch them to Veteran. And then I also switch my buttons, so I don't do left trigger, right trigger, aim and shoot. Mine is accelerate, brake. But the problem is then zoom is up on the D-pad, which when you're trying to fly a plane with two sticks coordinating your rotation in your direction, it's very difficult.
Get that real crab hand going on.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just
crab hand madness.
I threw the two back paddles on and assigned them to repair and zoom. So like when I can zoom with the right one and repair with the left. Fun fact. I can repair a plane and still rotate and move around. It doesn't just stick me in the deadlock because I'm using the paddle at the same time as the sticks. So it actually allows you to maneuver while repairing your plane.
No wonder those planes are in the air for so long in multiplayer.
Yup. I had no idea until that bit, and it probably took me about 20 minutes to set up, and afterwards I was death on two wings and absolutely enjoyed every single aspect of that. That campaign though it's short. It's very, very short. Like each of the stories is only about 40 minutes to an hour. But if I said to you guys the knife scene from Saving Private Ryan, how much that hits you emotionally, it's a lot of those stories had that effect with me, where it's like there's these little moments at the ends of them and you're just like, oh crap, this is terrible. This is horrendous. And I'm like, you know, when you get heavy behind the eyes, like when you're watching something sad and you can feel that weight behind your eyes, you're like, I'm going to cry if this keeps going. I got that for pretty much all.
I don't get that way because I'm a man.
Well,
Nub's a very tough man.
Well, you can tell because your beard is so much more impressive than mine, you know. I just can't compare to your manliness, clearly. But
don't worry, just put on the Iron Giant. We're all babies.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. But no,
I will be blubbering like a child.
But yeah, that campaign is really, really good. I'm gonna actually go back and replay it because the set pieces in it, the stories they tell are actually genuinely really well handled for a game about World War One. It's not like their marketing campaign. They actually take it very seriously and deal it with the due diligence and respect that I think it deserves.
Well, that was the funny thing, is because it's so old and we're so many generations removed from that conflict that this is all very new and fresh and equally as compelling.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. I can't recommend it enough. Play the war stories, even on easy difficulty. Just listen to them talk as you're experiencing the story they're telling. Well, anyway, go ahead.
No, I really liked it. I really enjoyed the tank mission a lot. Like the whole camaraderie inside the tank was a lot of fun.
I mistakenly thought the leader of the tank was Robert Carlyle. It's not. Yeah. He just sounds and looks like him.
Yeah. A lot, yeah. Played a bunch more Nonstop Night. I just spent 7 million tokens, so hopefully I will get through. Yeah.
Big roll.
Yeah. Rolling, like forcing myself to get through 270 to get my multiplier has really helped a lot. Playing more Stickman golf. Got a lot of games coming in and out of there. Chuck's Beard 88 sent me a request to play.
Can't turn that down.
Request to play this Canyon Land. I think I scored a 20 on the first hole, and this has like every one of these holes on this course has multiple greens on them.
Oh God!
So you have the one you can go for this little one, and then it falls off in the doom, or you can go for the safe one. Again, if they're all pitched weird, all leaning towards the bottomless pits. Oh, that one was hard.
Jeez.
That was a good time, though. I really enjoy that game. Still very challenging.
Yeah.
My problem is where I am set up on my phone is where I'll do the spin maneuver, and I'll hit the home button all the time.
Oh,
and then it's a mystery shot. I don't know where it went.
Oh man.
But yeah, it's still a solid game. Then I kind of went on a mobile game free-for-all here.
Okay.
Right there with you.
So I downloaded this game. I don't know. I found it on Facebook or something.
Oh,
It's called 100 Pictures.
okay.
So it's pretty much a word jumble with a picture. So you have a
Okay.
word jumble, and you have like 4 tiles covered up. Like each one's worth 5 coins, but every time you flip a tile, you lose a coin. So you either sit there and you try and figure out the word jumble without flipping any of the tiles over, or you flip one corner and you're like, "Gee, I have no idea what this is." Like, and then my spelling isn't the greatest,
Okay.
so it takes me several attempts on a few of these. Like if it's more than 8 letters, I'm struggling. Like,
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a huge word at that point.
I know, like, and I agree. Like, oh man. But someone were like, "Oh, come on, I should have known this one." But
Yeah, like it shows it to you, and you're like, oh, that was.
I'm doing the food one. I've been doing the nations one. There's another one with sports that I've been doing, and each like block is 100. So you play like 8 or 5 of these things, and then you go through there. You got to watch an ad, and you skip through it, and then you go to the next one, watch an ad, skip through it, and you earn these coins to unlock more puzzles down the road.
Okay. So I'm assuming it's free.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a totally free game. Played that one.
What was it called? 100 pitches?
100 picks, yeah. At least that's what the tile says. And then for some reason, I started downloading tap games.
Oh no.
Oh, no,
boy, here we go.
no.
So I downloaded He-Man Tapper.
We talked about that on Pup 2 months ago.
Yeah, so that's a thing.
It's
And
a He-Man tapper. That's the start and the end.
that's it. And then I downloaded Tap My Katamari, and yeah, I am never playing that again.
I played that for probably about 3 days, and then on the 3rd day I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life right now? Like this, I know there are tappers that are
Like that's where I was like sitting there like, all right, I gotta stop this. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't keep doing it.
Well, like I know there are tappers out there that are really great and they're engaging and all that. Tap My Katamari is not one of them. It is the thing you get in the first minute is the thing you will get at the end when you uninstall it.
Yeah, but again, the one game that has kept my attention every day has been Animation Throwdown.
Right there. Yep.
That is it's a great game. It really is. Those cards are genius.
Yeah.
The new event is with the old lady wrestlers.
Yep.
And the rare card that's in the pack is Baseball Bobby, where he's getting beamed in the face with a line drive.
That's good.
I'm like, gotta earn this card, and then I'm pretty much done with the event now. I'm just going for that rare card. That's it.
I got that today.
Yeah, I got it. I think I got it yesterday. Like I kind of,
Yeah.
I had about 300 coins. I recharged yesterday and just got it done.
Nice. Yeah, I'm loving the events on that. Like, if you can catch the events on the first day, they do tend to be a bit easier.
Yes.
Because, like, to get Baseball Bobby in this one, because it's only a short event, it's 3 days, so you need 15 coins
50
for it.
Trophies.
Yeah, 15 trophies to unlock it. So if you catch it on the second day of the event, you need to win 5 times in 3 consecutive days as the difficulty ramps up to be able to unlock him. You catch it early on the first day, then you get 4 days to do it, kind of thing. So I'm glad I caught it early because, like you know, I've got that. But I just love the way they've set it up. Is really well designed. I do have another 4 legendaries.
I don't know if you could focus. God, it's so washed
close.
out. There he is. Oh,
Nice.
yeah. I just bought another one, so I'm gonna fuse that.
Nice.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a great little game.
hmm
It really is. And then doing the 5 daily challenges keeps you coming back to get 10 free rubies or gems or
Yeah.
whatever they are.
Yep. That's me playing that, and I think us talking about it has actually kind of hooked my wife into it as well. Like, she's just got a new phone. She used to have a Windows phone, so she's got an Android now, and she downloaded it and she played it for like the first day. I was like, I'm so hooked. Like,
Oh, which one
I-
did she pick?
I
Which
can't-
phone did she pick up?
We ended up just going with a disposable one for now. We haven't gone all the way onto the whatever your version is. Yes, we both want that phone. But
It is a good phone.
What
It
what
will
phone
wait.
is it for the
It's the-
listeners at home?
It's the HTM10.
Nice.
Like, I was a big fan of the M8 that came out, but the Ice View is being able to do stuff like, there's probably gonna call somebody doing this, but
Probably.
no, yeah, just clearing notifications, seeing stuff like just through the case
Yeah.
is just
yeah.
it's great.
hmm
It really is. So I love that game. And then I got a surprise for you tonight, Boston.
Ooh, for me.
Ooh.
So, reason why I was a little late coming to the show, I was playing me some Res Infinite.
Oh.
Did you buy a PS4?
I most certainly did.
Are we friends on PlayStation Network?
I think we were friends. Did I get unfriended at some point?
No, I don't clear anybody out.
But yeah,
Fire
so-
my. So how good was Resident Evil? Have you played Area X? I have so many questions.
no, I literally played Area 1, jumped straight into Area 2, and that was at 4 o'clock. And I'm like, all right,
I got stuff to
alright.
do.
it's already started. I gotta finish it. But I had to play with my audio settings on my receiver because that demands good sound.
Yeah, you have to get it nice and clean.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm so
It's
excited
so
you have
good.
a PS4 now.
And yeah, surprise. It was today. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go buy it. Why not?
Yeah, it's cheap now.
I bought the Pro.
Oh,
Oh.
well then.
So I have this very
The two-decker
parallelogram
PS4.
looking thing. But the cool thing, all right, so, and again, I forgot my username and password, so I had to reset it
happens all the
again. Which is something I did when I had to buy this game before I had a PlayStation 4.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Which is why my notepad was downstairs, because that's where I had it written down in the show notes at some point.
Right. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. That's astoundingly loud.
It's all effects. It's really just film. I'm just crumpling over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got that up. Like the little the rubber foot stands are all like the X triangle and
Yeah.
O's and squares on the bottom, which I thought
That's a nice touch.
it's really clever. I like
Yeah.
clever.
There, the screw that you take out to put another hard drive in has the 4 symbols on the top of the screw too. Like it's all
Really?
these little things where it's like you could have just put a regular screw in there, but that's pretty cool.
All it's specialized stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so playing with that, had to figure out the interface all over again because it's astoundingly different than it was
Yep.
on a PlayStation 3.
Yep. It's
Uh,
just different enough.
yeah, just enough to be like, oh man, I gotta poke around this thing for like 10 minutes before I figure out where everything is. Um, yeah, so did that for a while. I started off playing with my Xbox 360 headset on, or not my 360, my stereo headset I got for the Xbox One,
Yeah.
which works, picks up the microphone, everything right from the go.
Nice.
Um, so I'm really debating whether or not to buy another headset for this thing. I don't know if I should.
Well, the great part about the
wireless one.
PS4 controller and now the new Xbox controllers is it's just a headset port on the bottom, so should be able to plug anything in there and it works. As long as it's not the Apple headphones, those don't work, but everything else does.
But yeah, so playing that game again, and you're right, that theme is never leaving that desktop.
It's so good.
Never.
Just seeing Eden floating in the background and like the little avatar guy just kind of spinning around in the background. That little text on the side.
The text on the side, the song playing in the background is just it's perfect for a menu.
Yep.
But yeah, so I am pretty much going to pound through the rest of that tonight.
Really curious to see what you think of Area X.
You will probably get a text.
Good.
I'll
be awake.
I remember seeing your screen. I think your screenshot that you posted on Twitter, Boston, about it.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw that, I think I even responded to you and was like, I don't think I've ever wanted PlayStation 4 or PSVR more than I have at this very moment.
Yep.
Like, it's one of those games where it's like, if I had the money, I would be out there and I would drop the money just to play that in VR.
Yeah. And now the PS4 can export GIFs now. So if I could have done that before, I would have shown how cool that area looks. But I don't want to spoil it for Knobs. I don't want to spoil anything for him because he's like 3 hours away from hitting it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, so I guess we're off the races again.
Yeah, just pick up Destiny and just play that.
I'm not buying that game again. I'm sorry.
If I had a job, I would seriously consider purchasing it for you.
But that's what I've had this week.
All right, Moon. What about you this week?
Inspired by my wife's new Android phone, a hell of a lot of Pokemon Go. Way too much Pokemon Go. It's hard to play out here because we're in the middle of nowhere, so we literally have one Pokestop nearby. So we've both been on bike rides there's a local park with a bunch of Pokestops in, so we just cycled around and get a bunch of Pokestops.
Pokemon Go getting you out.
Exactly.
Those jerks.
Inspired by Animation Throwdown, they have a very interesting thing in there, which is if you go into the gems section of the store, they have the try this other game, we'll give you gems in our game.
Oh, right.
I wanted more gems. I wanted to buy legendaries without having to depend on the 0.01% chance of drop or whatever. So it's not worth it in my opinion because I went and downloaded and played Mobile Strike, which you've probably seen commercials for, and whatever it's called, Game of War Fire Age.
Boy, you really you took a sword on this one.
Yep. Let me tell you, that is not worth the time. It's not worth the effort. And I didn't know it at the time, but the two games are basically made by the same company. It's the same game with a reskin.
I didn't even know that.
It's really, really bad. Like, I was shocked, like, when I loaded up Mobile Strike first, and I give that a go, and I can't remember, was it Dungeon Siege that got a lot of flack for just being a pay money to wait to play the game again?
It was the new Dungeon Keeper, I think.
Yeah, well, that got a lot of flack for it. These games deserve it worse because, to be honest, they are literally nothing. Don't ever play them if you've got that weird thing that we all have where I like seeing progress bars, Phil.
You mean the pin packs problem?
Yeah.
Yes. Do me a favor, Nobs, never download these games because it's literally progress bar the game. over and over and over and over again. It's not worth it. Don't do it.
A cautionary tale.
A favor and stay the hell away from them. I'll show it at some point, but I took screenshots of them because I couldn't believe they were the same game. I'll show it during the break to you guys so you can see. I played Farming Simulator 2015.
Okay. Not the hottest new one.
No, exactly. This is where my specialty comes in, which is really weird stuff. I played it because I needed to switch my brain off. I don't know. I think you guys were all fans of the original theme, Hospital.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's the flow. You get it set up the way you want it to. Things happen, but it's all about just getting that workflow down for everybody.
Yep.
That's what Farming Simulator is for me. It's you can hire workers, you can do all this other kind of stuff. It's literally for me. It's a switch it on, set it up, get everybody doing the things they should be doing. This guy's planting the seeds. This guy's mowing the wheat. What missions have I got to do? This, that, the other. It's literally it's a really good wind down. I'm going to listen to some podcasts. I'm going to, just not have to think for a while. So I really do love it for that. I mean, it's obviously graphically dated. Controls are complicated as hell, but for whatever reason, for me, it's just got that charm that makes me actually want to go back and keep playing it. And I can get another 56 tons of grain, no problem.
Yeah.
I don't know why, it just speaks to me. But
now I want to play Theme Hospital again.
Yeah, I was trying to think to adequately kind of describe it, and it was like, oh, Theme Hospital is a good way. And then I thought, crap, now I want to go and play Theme Hospital.
Yeah, I think I have it on Origin, because I think at some point they gave it away for free.
Yep, I do too. If only I could remember my Origin login. Other than that, the last thing I've played is the Gears of War 4. I was part of the Horde group on Monday night.
Yes.
More importantly, I played and finished that campaign as well.
Oh, nice.
That is a really good campaign.
Yeah, but I felt it stopped a little short from giving you anything.
Oh yeah, it's definitely one of those massive teasers where it's like, oh, no, you can wait.
Well, yeah, and we should probably talk later about what I think happened at the end of that, because...
Yes, you mentioned it.
Because I talked to Urgent Fury about it, and I think we're in agreement. But
yes, I am too. I remember the conversation. I am definitely in agreement.
Trying so hard to be really vague about what that was.
It's still too new to really spoil.
Yeah. It's worth mentioning. While playing it, I couldn't help but feel it feels lighter. You start Gears of War 1, and that entire trilogy, ignoring Judgment for now, that entire trilogy is dark. It's very, very dark, very serious tonally. There is very little humor to be found there. As soon as you start this, like from JD and Del, the two younger characters in this one, which is Marcus's son and his friend, the writing, I'm assuming they must have got a new set of writers in, because the writing feels younger. It feels fresher. Like those two have got a good camaraderie where it's just jokes backwards and forwards, even in the middle of the crap.
Del is a far better version of Baird.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like that was a big criticism of the first three games, was a lot of people saying like, yeah, this is really good, and I kind of care about the story, but it's all too serious. Like if these people were really in the trenches together, they probably wouldn't be that serious about it. There would be a lot more ribbing and fun and joking here and there. It wouldn't be just all gruff Anya, and just door to door.
The worst part is they actually give a fair bit of context as to why Marcus is so PO'd at the start of the first Gears. Like they give you they give you a bit of backstory for Marcus that I don't think you should have had to wait for the fourth game to figure out. Not even the main character anymore is a bit extra of his backstory, but to how grim it was and why he is the way he is.
Right.
But I mean, I did enjoy that campaign as well. The game is beautiful. Like in multiplayer, it looks good. In single player, that game is astonishingly beautiful.
Man.
Like,
yeah, those storms that roll in.
The wind shears are incredible. Yeah. Like, this, it's still a little bit too brown. It didn't do the bullet storm thing where it added a bunch of color in.
Right.
It's still a little too brownish, but it doesn't really detract from it. Like, it still looks fantastic. And I'm not going to say any of them, but there is a hell of a lot of moments in that game. Like those, oh, I can't believe that just happened kind of moments where you just put the controller down and you're like, okay, that's incredible.
Right.
I'm going to take a quick 2-second break.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do X thing. It's got a lot of them in it. And the last act, like Act 5.
That last act was just amazing.
Yeah.
Just
Act 5 is...
It finishes in the best way. Like, just what you do towards the end of it is just... like, you're grinning from ear to ear. Like, is the best.
As soon as Act 5 started, like, I actually took a break from it. I think I did it in 2 sittings. I got some food between end of Act 4, start of Act 5. So glad I did, because I did not want to stop. As soon as that Act 5 starts, it's just, this is great, this is better, that's incredible. Is it going to go down at some point? And as Nobs mentioned, the ending is a little flat because it is a tease. It is a Gears of War will return at the end of credits kind of situation, which is a little disappointing. But
I just double checked, and that's in my GameFly queue. So I wanted to make sure, since both of you guys enjoyed it, it's hopefully I will get it at some point.
Campaign is incredible.
Yeah.
Other than that, I played about 10 minutes of Forza Horizon 3. It's my jump in, do a race, jump out kind of game right now. But yeah, that's it for me.
I have not had a lot of time to play this stuff much this week, but I did play more Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. I am really close to platinuming that, surprisingly. I got a fair amount of stuff done on your first playthrough. It's a much easier platinum than Lego Batman 3, so I will definitely be able to go for it. I feel like the game... So there's like 3 or 4 individual hubs that the game has, and I feel like if anyone's going to go for platinum, I would recommend every once in a while just doing a bunch of missions in these hubs, because they basically break down into... Someone wants you to go to an area and either race in some sort of pod, or destroy a bunch of enemies, or find something and collect it. And when you pop down on a planet and you haven't done any of them before, and there's about 30 of them, it starts to get a little old. So it's still good. I'd still recommend it. I really wish that... It's tough, because I kind of wish that they could have held off and waited for at least another Star Wars movie to come out and have more content in there, but that's not possible from a business standpoint. I understand, so
yeah.
I don't know, maybe we'll see a trilogy at some point.
Is that one just episode 7? Like, it's not... I think you said it's got the end of episode 6 in it, and then from then it's just 7.
Yeah, the prequel is episode 6, and it's the... Like, chapter 1 is the beginning of the movie, and the epilogue is Luke's Island from the end of the movie.
Cool.
And there's, I think, like 7 or 8 additional levels, and a lot of those are stuff like, how did Han and Chewie get the Rathtars? Or where was Poe after he crash landed on Jakku? What was he doing? There's a lot of little like side stories, and those are actually kind of fun because they're not as long as the main stories levels, but they have some more puzzles in them, are kind of more tightly packed. So those are all kind of fun. It's still a Lego game. It's certainly not one of the worst. It's not the latter half of Lego Batman 3, not to keep dogpiling on it or anything, but it's still pretty good. And if you're looking for an easy platinum, this one just takes time. There's no missable trophies. There's nothing crazy with multiple controllers you have to do. Nothing like that. So it's actually pretty good.
I do love the Lego games, like, a lot. Like, I think I took a break at the perfect time because I stopped after Superheroes,
Yeah.
After Marvel superheroes, like I took a big break from them. Haven't played any since. So I haven't played Batman 3, Jurassic World, Avengers, Episode 7, and I'm looking forward to getting back into it. But 7 sounds like it might be the good jumping back in point rather than.
Yeah. I would say, did you play Lego The Hobbit?
I did, yes.
Okay, that's another one that I really enjoy too. I think for people that are listening that maybe want to hop back in, I think Lego Marvel Superheroes is for me right now the best Lego game for a lot of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lego The Hobbit is also really good, and I think Episode 7 is pretty good. I feel like it's maybe not as much of a $60 package as Marvel Superheroes is. That was a game that I think had a really great campaign. Free play was really fun, but just wandering around Manhattan as this big single hub with so much stuff to do in it was really great. And I don't think these other games having these little hubs with some stuff in it is nearly as strong.
Yeah.
But I don't think they have nearly enough source material to work with that Marvel Superheroes did.
Yeah, I mean, I've always loved like the dumb stuff they do in that, like the Hobbit. If you force the characters, like I think there's a red brick called character hats. Mm-hmm. If you turn that on when you go and see Smaug, he's wearing a Sherlock Holmes hat because
Yes.
Smaug is voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah,
Sherlock Holmes. And then in the Avengers one, you do a taxi mission, and the guy who jumps into your taxi says, "Hey, let's make some crazy money."
right. Yeah, there's a bunch of little stuff there where it's like, great.
Yeah, I've always loved those games.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting back to them and might actually drop in at 7 because I did love that movie as well.
Yeah. And the only other game I played
Love's a little strong for that, but okay.
I like Episode 7 a lot.
Me too.
Yeah. The only other game I played this week is Forza Horizon 3. I spent a bunch of time here and there playing it. I don't know how long I've been playing because I usually will leave it while I'm going to tend to other stuff. The game says I'm probably, I think, 20% of the way through. I have all of the festival stops open. I have 2 of them. One of them upgraded to level 5 and one of them upgraded to level 4, and I think the other ones are upgraded to level 2. The sheer amount of content in this game is staggering. And how they do it is so good because at the point I'm at now, the map looks like when you start an Assassin's Creed game. It's just icons everywhere. But what's really great is when you upgrade one of your festival stops or you open a new one, it dumps a bunch of icons in your map. And it's like, well, here's a bunch of PR stunts and here's some bucket list challenges, and here's 4 more races and some zones, and it dumps a whole bunch of icons. And when you clear that stuff out, you should have enough experience to upgrade your one of your stops again, which dumps like 10 more events. And it never feels like a drip feed because it never feels like you run out of stuff. But I've never looked at the map and said, God, there's just, like, when you play an Assassin's Creed game, you look at it and say, there's just too much stuff. Like, I don't, how am I ever supposed to do all of this stuff? But it works so well where when you run out of things to do because you're just playing the game, it gives you more things to do. JetMech86 says, Boston, you're playing Forza on Xbox or Windows 10? Playing on Xbox One. Thank you to Jimbo Jangles for a very generous code for that. Forza Horizon 3 is really good.
Yep.
I think previously my favorite one was the first Forza Horizon. 2 was fine, but there's something a little bit off about it compared to 1. But I think, as of now, I think 3 is probably my favorite one. I think the only thing that is a little weird is it almost feels a little bit smaller than Forza Horizon 2 does. But I think that works in its benefit because everything in there is really, really good. And I haven't really felt like I've gotten lost, which happens sometimes in Forza Horizon 2. I don't know if you've been playing it more, Moon.
I did, like I said, bits and pieces. Like I'll jump in, do a couple of races, jump out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I do think it does feel smaller than 2. I played 2 on the 360, so the issue I ran into with 2 was almost every wall was one of those stupid indestructible walls where you can't, drive through it. You've got to go around it.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything in it feels like in 3, it just feels like everything is being fine-tuned to perfection.
Yep.
And like that step up from like when you upgrade a base from 4 to 5, it's like, oh, you've just upgraded this to the max, so rather than 10, here's 25 things that have just appeared on the map.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, have you played any of it online yet?
No, I haven't, because usually I'll play a race and like put my controller down for up to an hour, and then I'll come back and play another race. So I don't really want to pop in online and be like, what's this dude doing over here, just sitting around. But yeah, I'm excited to do some of that stuff.
I'm impressed. Like they've got, it's really difficult. Like the menus in that game are not great. I do not like the menu system in it that much.
Yeah, they still haven't. Turn 10 and Play Your Own Games still have not figured out menus there's too many. Like there's, for anybody that hasn't played it, there's like 8 to 10 high-level menus. It's like cars, progress, online, clubs, and each one of those has maybe 10 to 12 items in each one. And it's sort of like, it could be consolidated, because when you go to your cars menu, you have like 8 different options, and one of them is like car showcase, and the other one is my cars. There only need to really be one of those.
And in the tune option, they've got auto tune, custom tune, you tune it. Do you want to find somebody else's tune?
Yeah.
Recommended tunes. It's like, just give me auto and everybody's tunes and I'll be happy.
Yeah, I almost feel like there needs to be, like, there almost needs to be at some point, they need to ask you a question, and maybe ask it every couple hours, where it's like, hey man, do you care about tuning your car? Because I don't. And if the game could just hide that would be great. I wouldn't mind that at all.
The the collectibles and stuff in it, I think is pretty good. Like I think they've done a really good job of like the old boards and roads driven kind of thing.
Yeah. I love roads driven. I that reminds me. I think the thing that I've always loved about Forza Horizon, and the thing that's even stronger in this one, is the leaderboards that are always popping up. It's really small in the center of the screen. I think it's so well done where like you smash a board and you get some experience, and it shows you, it'll say like, oh, you smashed 37 boards, and it'll show you the person who's on the leaderboards right above you, and it'll say, well, they have 45, and it's like, well, now I gotta beat them. You get to 46, and it'll show you, oh, well, this next guy has 78, and it's like, well, now I gotta, because I'm at like 375 roads out of like 488. And I'm getting to the point in some of those leaderboards where it has like this little crown icon next to someone, and it's just saying like that person is the top of the leaderboards, so you're getting there. So we're like, well, now I got to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what game did that really well was Shadow Complex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that would pop up because it would bump you above your friends.
It's very similar.
Pretty much exactly what it does as well. Yeah, it's literally like this person's got this many. Oh, you've just taken over them. Oops, their name is now below yours.
Yeah,
like it's really smoothly done. I do really love playing it. I think I overplayed it for 2 weeks, and then now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a step back, do a couple of races, and like you said, just control it down, do some chores, come back, play another race. If you do get the chance to play it online, they have the menus for the online is confusing. They've got adventure mode and all this other kind of stuff, which is like, here's 4 things to do in like 4 events to do. We're just going to give you waypoints to these events, and then it's you versus all the people in the lobby. Do these 4 events, and then wherever you come in the end of the sequence, you will get XP based on that. So you'll get XP based on where you rank. You also do get that progress towards your single player, I believe. But they have a co-op campaign now where I was playing it with Jess and Heiko, and I would drive. I was the host, so I'd drive to a point, start an event. They would join in. If they don't have a car that qualifies for that event, they can borrow mine.
Oh,
Absolutely
cool.
fine. But then it treats it like Le Mans. Like, I don't know if you guys know anything about the Le Mans 24-hour race,
Oh, right.
but it's like Porsches against top-of-the-line McLaren race cars. So it's like Porsche's never going to beat McLaren, so it's just two classifications of cars. So
Right.
if I'm driving an S and Jess is driving an S2 and Heiko's driving a B, it gives you all of those in the actual race. And it's like, you're on blue team, beat the red team. All you have to do that is Heiko has to beat the Bs, Jess has to beat the As, and I have to beat the S's or whatever.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's like, so you get points based on it, but it scales the difficulty of your opponents to what everybody's driving. And to be honest, it makes the races a lot easier because only one person really has to win
Right.
in order to win it overall. But it's a really good way of including 3 people in essentially a single player race.
Right. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to try that. I was kind of curious about how co-op would work, other than the obvious, which is just like, hey, let's bomb around Australia for a couple hours.
Let's torture everybody.
Yeah. 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 So I Forza Horizon 3 so far is still really great. I'm hopeful that I'm gonna kind of squeeze the most that I can out of that game, and there seems like there's a lot to squeeze there.
Yeah.
Racing games are great for that.
Yep. And that's all I've been playing. So let's take a break.
Cool. I gotta be.
Awesome.
All right.
Right, here, Boston. Just going to show you these screenshots just before you take off. Right, not that one first. I'll do that one first. So, that is Mobile Strike.
Okay.
So, literally all those patches are places where I still need to build stuff.
Okay.
And that's my progress bars. Which
Oh, wow.
I can pay real money to speed up those progress bars. Everything on this side of the screen is a sale associated with pay real money to get this kind of stuff. And you can see the notifications on the bottom are just constantly going. I closed it, and literally the second I closed it, it gave me 3 notifications.
Jeez.
Like, so literally, yeah. So that's Mobile Strike. Here is it is that direction. Here is Age of War, Fire Age, or whatever.
It just has more marble.
Yes, it's marble and togas instead of
Jeez.
camo and military dudes.
I mean, if you got a formula, stick with it, I guess.
It's ridiculous. I didn't even realize it was that close. As soon as I loaded it up, I was like, "This can't be the same game."
Yeah, it's like, did I just
can't be
download
just
another
a
one?
reskin?
Jeez.
I was shocked.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it was not worth my time.
No, yeah. Well, you got a lot of gems, at least.
I didn't. That's the worst part. I got enough for like 2 legendaries, and that's it.
That's a bummer. All right. Well, I will be right back in a couple minutes, and I will leave you to chat with chat.
Woo! No, don't put your book there, you idiot. Can't get. Stop it. Twitch, work on the phone. I'm confused. Like, I'm genuinely confused as to how to get. There we go. Oh. Trapped in a cocoon of my own making. Chat. Change the chat. How do I change the chat? Hey Jess, I didn't get to say hey to you earlier. Hello. Oh, Deathman's here. Absolute Drew. I know Drew posted a question earlier, but my Twitch crashed, so I don't have it anymore. I'm sure Boston's got it. He's actually running a Twitch on his computer instead of, on his phone, like me. But yeah, NYC Badger, you all the way in the city. Because, yeah, we are really in the boondocks. Like, really, really in the boondocks. There's a reason the first thing I did here was get a bike. One of the first things I did. Oh yeah, and if you're watching the live stream, I apologize for the microphone. It's just it was doing a bad job over there. I was coming across a bit quiet last week. Was it? Yeah, last week. No worries. Ooh, you're in fancy Westchester. I only know Westchester as the place where somebody died in Fringe. It's in something else as well, but I don't know what. Oh, why did I throw my book away? I need it still. Ah! Hello, manly man.
What?
I said, hello, manly man.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, you started it.
Oh, I'm tired.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to do that Australian one, dude. Like the Australian war story. It's going to be so good. Battlefield 1. Right.
Alright.
Now that everybody's kind of back, give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to go pee.
No.
All right.
Hi there.
What's up? Hanging out?
Just checking on the baby.
I'll hang out.
Now that I'm not holding her, she's asleep. Good times.
Oh, I can't wait for Silicon Valley to start up again.
Yeah, is there a date for her?
No. I haven't checked their website in a while either.
Let's see. Premierdate.tv. To premiere in 2017. Okay. It almost seemed like when they were talking about it, it seemed like they were going to take a little bit of a break, and they weren't going to really bang out this next one like they had before.
That show's funny.
Which I can't blame them. You know, I'm not actually seeing you on my friends list on PS4.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where you went. But what's even stranger, I don't know how to add it on the website. Let me see if the app can do it.
Oh, no way, no ways. There's my other water.
Yeah, I haven't been watching Dragon Ball Super, Knobs, have you?
No.
Yeah,
Actually, I was about to look it up because it's only. Is that coming out simulcast on Crunchyroll?
I don't know. I don't know very much about it.
Let me see if it's on Anime One.
What are you on PSN? Just J933?
Yeah.
Never know, you could be J9 333. God, I'm shedding like crazy. Come on, PlayStation app. You can load.
What is it? Is it anime with a 1 in it? Anime. Oops.
Is this your illicit anime pirate site?
No. Well, that's all in Russian, so maybe.
Yeah, that's...
Sounds about right. Friends. There we
I
go.
don't remember what I was watching because I was watching all of Berserk on it.
Make more friends. Search. JKNOB 33.
3-3.
There we go. Jnob 33. Oh, you have the baby thing? No, it says we are friends. What the heck?
Ooh, Lucian's talking about Westworld. Have any of you guys been watching Westworld?
Not yet.
No. Sort of waiting for... Is it still running? Is it over?
Yes, it's still running.
I'll
still
wait until
running.
it's over, because I feel like with some of these shows, they kind of shit themselves at the end, and everyone's like, well, I can't believe I wasted my time. It's like, I'll wait until it's all done.
Sorry, Samson. I mean to kick you in the face, buddy. I'm so sorry. Oh.
Jess and I got into that dilemma of choice thing where we were like, oh, should we watch, the first season of Jessica Jones, the second season of Daredevil, Luke Cage, what should we watch?
Right.
We ended up watching like 1 or 2 episodes of Westworld. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Let's watch it.
Yeah.
And like yesterday we caught up.
Dragon Ball Super 66 episodes in already.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Man,
Is it
when they
worth
do-
a watch?
I don't know.
Also, is that a
Maybe?
little brighter? I moved my lamp.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
looking good.
You're looking British.
All right, guys.
I don't have my tea.
Well, naturally,
I haven't got my cup of tea with me.
that's true.
I drank it. That's what was in this cup, by the way, at the start of the show.
All
I
right.
need some coffee.
I am ready whenever you guys are.
Yup.
Let's keep this ball rolling.
All right. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases this week for November 14th, 2016. Watch Dogs 2 for the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One.
The more I see of that game, the more excited I am against my better judgment.
Yeah, I could be least interested as possible.
Oh, I'm the same as Boston. I loved the first Watch Dogs as bad as it could be in moments. I absolutely really loved it, and I don't want to be excited about this new one. But
It seems like they fixed a lot of problems, and I know a lot of that is marketing, but
yep,
it's really high in my GameFly queue, and I hope it's good. I just want it to be good because Watch Dogs 1 could have been good if they would have smoothed out the wrinkles, and it seems like this one did. So
yeah,
we'll see.
cross my fingers.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this is the game that has been promised.
Yeah.
All right. Assassin's Creed, the Ezio collection for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I'm really torn whether I really want to pick this up.
I'm surprised they made it look really good.
They did. I've seen the comparison stuff, and it looks incredible. But I've still got Syndicate to play. I don't need another Assassin's Creed
play
game.
Syndicate.
Well, here's the thing: we've already through Syndicate, so
Yeah.
we did our homework.
Hey, I did all of Unity.
Oh God,
Fair enough.
I didn't get all the way through Unity, man.
And I really wonder if I'll burn out going into Revelations this time around.
Yeah, I mean that's the bad part is you'd still have to play through Revelations. The story is good, but the bugs and the gameplay were just bottom of the barrel. I still think if someone hasn't played any Assassin's Creed games and you want to start them, this has to be the collection because 2 and Brotherhood are outstanding.
Yes.
And play Black Flag and play Syndicate and just skip everything else.
Yeah, it's like every third game is like getting poked in the eye.
Yep.
So-
read the wiki page for the first game, and that's all you really need for that.
Out of curiosity, it sounds like I skipped the best ones. 1, 2. I played the entire 2 trilogy except for Revelations, so I skipped the correct one there.
Right.
Played all the way through 3. Didn't play Black Flag. Played all the way through Unity. Didn't play Syndicate yet.
Yeah, you're just on the wrong side of
history. You need
history.
to evaluate your metric here on
Black
what you want
Flag
to
is
play.
really. Did you like 3?
Yes.
I think you'll love Black Flag then. Black Flag is just a good 3.
Mm-hmm.
And Syndicate is just outstanding. And play Syndicate and buy the Jack the Ripper DLC. That's outstanding.
Okay, yeah, I've heard people talk about some of the things that happen in that, and I think I heard you talking about it as well, and they got me really interested in it. We actually have Black Flag for free on the Xbox One as well.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
It's one of the games, the gold.
Yeah, it's not
So we
super
still
long
have
if
that.
you play through the main story, and a lot of the side stuff isn't super great. You'll just spend your time sailing around listening to shanties, because that's really good.
Yeah, but I have a collectibles problem.
I do too, but there were too many in that one. And they're all on like these little tiny islands in the middle of nowhere, and it's like, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, no, the island hopping and that just I just so tired of it.
Or the collectibles that run away from you. Those are my favorites.
Oh, the
Oh.
shanties?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the wind thing.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I got YouTube for that. I don't need them.
Yeah.
Pokemon Sun and Moon for the thirds.
That's another Pokemon game that has some new stuff in it that I don't appreciate because I haven't played one in a really long time. So
Yeah.
you
If I
already
had a
know if you're
3DS.
getting. Yeah.
If I had a 3DS, I would be, but I don't, so I won't.
Yeah.
New.
All right, moving on to news stories. The HTC Vive is getting an official wireless add-on. So one of the problems with all of these headsets is you have sort of a tail coming off of your head. that people are tripping on and pulling out and all that stuff. Someone made a wireless little thing that gets sort of snaps onto the back and the top.
That looks cool.
Yeah, it actually looks like it.
It looks like it'll balance out the whole unit too,
and it looks like it fits. Like it looks like that would have been the thing they would have shipped with. Not a lot of technical details at the moment. Don't know if the resolution's gonna be the same, the frame rate's gonna be the same. I would assume, because VR needs to be 90 frames per second, otherwise it doesn't work. And the thing that people have been saying is that the battery life in it is about an hour and a half to 2 hours, which isn't bad, because from what I'm understanding, that's kind of a typical, like the higher end of a VR session.
Yeah, I can't imagine you going full on lawnmower man like that.
No, like you're not gonna pop in Final Fantasy 15 and be like, all right, I'm in this for the next 12 hours today.
So Ready Player One.
Well, I was kind of, when you were saying it was an add-on, I was thinking it was going to be like a battery pack vest with just like lithium batteries,
just like a bandolier.
Yeah,
that would be pretty great. That'd be something that we would make.
Yes,
like USB cables that come out for the controllers, kind of thing.
Yeah,
like plug it in and then
no,
pull
they're
out
like
the wire.
spring-loaded.
Yeah,
that's why we don't make this stuff. That's why we're making a podcast.
Yeah.
Next news story: Nintendo confirms the end of Wii U production. This is sort of surprising, since the Switch isn't out yet, and the release date isn't out yet. So I still can't really find the exact date of when they're saying that they're done. But that must mean the Wii U just really didn't do very well.
Yeah.
When the Wii U came out, Nintendo was still saying, like, we're going to keep printing Wiis. We're going to keep making those. They're good. You still want Wiis. Get both. Why not? And as soon as they announced the Switch, they're like, yeah, man, we're ditching that thing. Whatever.
Yeah, it's also how many have they got locked in a factory somewhere in a warehouse just because, they haven't sold them.
Oh, yeah, they're going to end up in a landfill.
Well, in this article...
Or unless they figure out a way to retcon the parts to make the Switch.
Right. This article actually estimates that the cost to produce each Wii U is $230. So, like...
Whoa.
They're not going to really push that price down too much, because then they'll just be selling each console for a loss. And
yeah,
why would you do that at that point?
Yeah, that's what Nintendo don't.
Booyah. So
the best thing for me is like, what happens if the Switch gets pushed? All of a sudden, the factories are going to be like, nope, roll them back up, boys. Let's get these conveyor belts moving again.
I
no,
bet
Nintendo's pretty stringent on supply. Like, that's something that
we're seeing this week.
I was thinking about that. Like, I was like, if there was one available, I'd have bought it.
Yeah.
But they're not. I'm not going to go out of my way to buy something. I'm going to play for a couple hours and then never touch again.
Right.
Yeah.
I did that with the Neo Geo Gold.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Moon, to your point, I bet some numbers lined up on a spreadsheet, and they said, all right, at this point, even if we push back the Switch, which is probably pretty unlikely, I bet even the amount of stock that they have on hand will still be enough to run them through another couple months. Because Wii U's can't be flying off the shelf. There's this tweet that someone embedded here in this article. They sold 21.74 million GameCubes. So, like, that's one of Nintendo's, quote-unquote worst consoles. They sold 101.63 million Wiis. They sold 13.6 million Wii U's. They shipped that number.
And they've got to be producing way. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, to see if it's still in stock in 2 years' time.
Probably, yeah. Just sitting there at Best Buy.
Yeah.
At some point, Best Buys and Walmarts will say, like, look, it's $100. Please get them off the shelf. We can't. We have to put something else here.
Rock Band it, and they'll take the hit on the loss rather than Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And last news story here, another Nintendo article. Moonpier, you were saying how you don't have a 3DS yet. Good news for you on Black Friday, sir. Nintendo's putting out 2 special new 3DSs, one black and one white. Each of them have a special faceplate on them for only $100.
Oh, that's actually really good.
It's a pretty good deal.
Especially considering that console's been out a while. Well, that handheld's
only
been out a while.
$20 more than the 2DS, which is a little bit crazy.
Was this your... so, I'm sorry, I was scrolling around on that, whatever, Nintendo news story you put out, but towards the bottom, like, there's another news story saying that it only shipped, 13 million units?
We just mentioned that, yeah.
I'm sorry, I spaced out. I just stumbled on it.
No, yeah, that's what we were talking about. Like, it's such a...
I can't believe it did worse than the GameCube.
Yeah, to me, that's crazy. It did, less than half the millions that the N64 did. And the N64 was, a fairly popular console, but clearly not Wii numbers. The NES didn't even touch Wii numbers. 60% of what the Wii sold.
You see, that's the outlier in that graph is the Wii. Like, that's the exception, not the rule. And I don't think their investors understand that at all.
No.
Yeah. And thankfully the 3DS has been doing really well. And has consistently been doing really well. The 2DS hasn't done super well. The 3DS XL hasn't done super well. Their core mobile console has been doing really well. But to me, that sort of... If I was an investor in Nintendo, I would be a little bit concerned about the Switch because it seems like it's taking 2 product lines from them and putting all their eggs in one basket because they're doing okay because the 3DS is doing really well. The Wii U can sort of falter. They have this other tentpole over here that's doing pretty well. But Switch certainly seems like a console that is your home console and your mobile console all together. So if that fails or if that stumbles for a quarter even, what's your other tentpole? Your mobile stuff? Like is Super Mario Run gonna pick up the slack for a failing home console? Like I don't.
Probably not.
Are they gonna keep pushing the 3DS?
I mean, I think the problem with that as well then is you're looking at Nintendo don't own them, but Nintendo still owns stock in the Pokemon company.
Sure. Yeah.
And they're then looking I'm sure they look at Pokemon as a Nintendo product. So do I. So does everybody, I think.
Yeah. So do Nintendo investors, which is why they weren't happy.
Yep. And I wonder if they're looking at that thinking, well, we can get, that 20 million person user base for every game we drop onto mobile because, we're Nintendo. Mm-hmm. I'm curious if they're going to depend that much on their mobile stuff and... Well, I think it actually might pay off. That's the worst thing. I know a fair few people who will be like, "Oh, it's a new Mario thing. I'll play it for 20 minutes.
Sure,
I'll throw $10 at it," kind of thing. Oh, it's a new Zelda. It's an AR Metroid Prime where you run around shooting the monsters in your home by tapping the screen.
Yeah,
but it's Nintendo. I don't think they think in that way. Like I still think they still have the bravado of the Wii that they don't think they're making these catastrophic mistakes.
Well, and my concern for Nintendo on mobile is a lot of traditional developers, especially Japanese developers, you can look at Square Enix as a really great example, for a lot of their original iOS releases, they don't seem to understand it. Because Nintendo's in a really tricky position, especially from a perception standpoint, where if they come out and they put out a Super Mario Run for $5, let's say, it won't sell. That's too much money for mobile games right now, which is crazy. But if it's more than $1, it just doesn't sell. So we can assume, I feel fairly safely that they're going to put it out for free.
Well, I take it back. I think it depends. Like if you're going into a game blind and it's $5 to pay, no one will do that. Yeah. But if it's a game that's really enjoyable, you'll have no problem spending $5 on it.
I think you won't, but I think people who won't, if you're looking for like that $20 to $30 million user base, I don't think it can be any money. Because I mean, a lot of kids won't be able to play at that point. because their parents already got them this expensive iPad, and now you want $5 to buy a Mario game? I have another Mario game for you on this 3DS you're not using.
On your Nintendo Classic that you're never going to play.
Right.
Yes.
And I think making it free is probably a good choice, but I think at that point, you can't put ads, because from a perception standpoint, people are like, oh, Nintendo doesn't have enough of my money, they have to put ads in here. And then you got to make sure they're family friendly. You put in microtransactions, but without knowing what that game is, what would those microtransactions... You going to refill your energy meter? You going to get bigger, stronger boots or something? A hat? I don't know.
Yeah, boots.
Yep, Mario's famous boots. He does have that one boot.
It'll just be skins. Play as Waluigi. Waluigi run.
God, yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
Somebody would pay a
I
lot
would
of
be
money
too,
for that.
to be honest.
Yeah, I don't... It's tough because I feel like Nintendo needs that tentpole of, we're going to get into mobile and we're going to put out Nintendo games on mobile. It seems like Super Mario Run could be a pretty cool game whenever the hell it's coming out. But just how do they effectively monetize that stuff to give themselves any sort of safety net is going to be really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll see when it comes out in 2019, maybe. Who knows? All right, let's move on to emails.
What's up?
Chris L. writes in, firstly, congratulations on Boston becoming a father. Thank you very much. I'm now hooked on animation Throwdown. Multiple carrots on multiple sticks is what this game is. I'm not a big mobile gamer.
I'm destroying everyone.
I know. I'm not a big mobile gamer, so thanks for bringing it to my attention. You're welcome, / my condolences. Secondly, I started my own gaming blog a while ago, but I'm struggling to get much traction. Could you give me a shout-out? Why not? You asked so kindly. Address is loaderror.co.uk. Likes, follows, and constructive criticisms would be most helpful. I'm always second-guessing my writing style. Quick question to finish. Which console did you always want to own but never got your hands on? Thanks for reading. Thanks for podcasting. Man, the Neo Geo, like back in the day when it was in its heyday. Because not only did the games look so cool and the cartridges were big, it was so expensive, and to my young mind, that price meant it had to be the best.
Yes. Yeah, that's what price equals quality at that point. Yeah, man. I remember the 3DO. Actually, you know what? The one console I really regret not getting over the years was a TurboGrafx 16.
I was just about to say that. Like, when I went to the Sears and they had a display of Bonk, and I was just like,
Yeah.
that looks good. What? He has a big head. This looks incredible.
Yeah, TurboGrafx 16. Jaguar when Alien vs Predator first came out.
Yep.
Yep.
Man.
The TurboGrafx never... Well, it might have been over in the UK, but stuff like that did not get coverage in the UK at all, because the UK was all Atari, it was all Amstrad, it was all homebrew, small, like, those widespread things. For me, it would be the Jaguar because of AVP, and it would be, as much as it was deadly to the eyeballs, it would be the Virtua Boy. Because I just wanted it because it looked cool as hell.
Yeah.
It's like I wanted that little stand.
I did until I played one at a Blockbuster, and I was like, nope.
Yep. I thought it was the coolest thing, and I played one, and I was like, this is unplayable. This is rough.
I remember playing that Wario game where the thing's going back into the screen, and then when they came, it wasn't bad going away, but anything coming towards you,
it hurt.
It was like getting poked in the eye.
Yeah. I think for me, too, I always really regretted missing the Saturn. It had such a cool lineup of cool experimental Sega games, and it just it got dumped too quickly. It was too expensive. I mean, we all know what the problems with the Saturn are, but if I would have been in college when the Saturn came out, I probably would have bought one, and I probably would have been happy / bummed about it.
But we got the better version of the Saturn.
Right, we got the Dreamcast.
The Dreamcast.
The hot business.
But this is probably my favorite piece of hardware that I have ever got. Eternal Champions is in there.
Nobody's opening here.
Me either. I will throw the 3DS on my console I want to buy, even though it's technically not a console. because
That's a handheld.
the games.
This little guy right here
Ah, the CDX.
is
That's a classic.
one of the coolest things. Not only is because it can be battery operated as well, but it's essentially a Walkman that plays Genesis, and Sega CD games in one little thing. Like this is essentially what these collections are that are coming out now, way before its time.
Yeah.
And I even have a Nomad floating around this house.
Oh, man.
Out of curiosity, how many batteries does it take? 62.
I have no idea. I've never put batteries in it.
It's a Sega kind of portable, so Game Gear set the standards.
It didn't take a lot of batteries, but they lasted for about 30 minutes.
Open. Actually, 2.
There we go.
Oh.
So you get about 2 minutes of playability.
Yes. But no, it's just one of those cool things, man. Like, Sega did a lot of stuff that was really neat.
They tried a lot of stuff. Like, that's the thing in Sega's history. You can always give them a lot of credit. They tried. It has a CDX bag.
Yes.
All right,
that was a good find.
Let's move on to our next email here from Dominic C, titled "Congrats" and a question. Hello, Boston Knobs. First, I would like to say congratulations to you, Boston and Mrs. Boston, on the arrival of Miss Boston. Thank you. My kids are 19 and 15, but I still recall the newborn times. I remember thinking that I had to do everything so perfectly, but my wife comes from a very large family and eventually beat it into my head that babies, even newborns, are more resilient than I was giving them credit for. After that, I stopped being so neurotic. I'm not at that point yet, but I'm getting better.
Hey, they bounce.
Yeah, it should be fine. My question actually involves my 19-year-old. He wants to go into IT and networking specifically and is almost done getting his gen eds out of the way in a junior college. I thought he wanted to transfer to a large university to get his degree, but he's considering finishing at a much smaller and lesser-known school. Having listened to the show for many years, I know that both you and Knobs went to a small college, and you've said that your career is in IT. Does the name of a large state school carry more weight in the hiring process from your experience? Thanks for the show and congratulations again.
Not in construction.
I'm out.
So I've been on both sides of the table. I interviewed a lot at my last 2 jobs, and I have interviewed for positions a lot in this last year. By and large, people really don't care. The biggest thing you can do, especially in IT, that I would recommend is get an internship. His college, his college should help him get some sort of internship. If you get any experience under your belt where you're actually out doing IT networking work at all, and you can put that on your resume, that's the best foot forward that you can get. The only thing that they really care for, a lot of people will care, is that he has a degree. It doesn't really. It could come from Phoenix University. I mean, they don't really. I'm not bashing anybody that went to Phoenix, but like, it doesn't really matter where. It could be from Backwoods University. They don't really care. The experience is really the thing. And when I was looking at resumes when I was hiring entry level stuff, if people were in an internship or were in like a help desk position, if they've been in there for a little bit of time, they'll be fine. So
yeah.
Well, I would recommend hone your people skills. Be able to nail an interview. Yep. Like that is paramount.
Yeah, that's a good point too. See if your college also does mock interviewing. Get dressed up, go for an interview, do the whole thing. Go try and get some experience when it doesn't really matter, and get those nerves and get that horrible first interview out of the way. And then it's only uphill from there. And Knobs is right, especially in IT. If you have solid people skills and you have solid customer service skills, you can go really, really far, because to be honest, people don't want to work with IT. And no. I worked IT for 15 years, and nobody wants to work with IT. You will hear somebody be like, "Oh God, I have to call a help desk. Oh, can you do it, please?" Like, if you can give them a good customer service experience, even if you're, on the back end and you're doing some networking stuff, that you will go very, very far.
It'll make climbing the ladder a lot easier.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, and good luck. IT is hard. IT is super, super hard, and
And competitive too.
Yeah, I burnt myself out after 15 years. That's why it's easy for me to be up at 2 a.m. dealing with a baby, because I was usually up at 2 a.m. dealing with a firewall that was crashing. So it's not easy, but it is incredibly rewarding, and I really, really wish you the best. And if you have more questions, shoot me an email. I can answer them offline too. Happy to help. Next email here from Jay. Looks like it's Jimbo Jangles. Hope everyone is having a great week so far. Mine has been a little crazy. Like I said before in a previous email, I live in downtown Denver. Shortly after the election, there have been protests right outside my apartment. I had to fight my way through an angry mob to get to my place. Then once inside, the chanting and frequent police sirens can be heard through the night. Needless to say, it's a living, breathing bummer outside my window, so I just throw on some headphones and escape in the world of Skyrim. I steal some stuff, shoot arrows at cat people, and then suddenly things are okay again. Guys, you have an escape game for when you're down or things are crazy. As always, love the show. We talked about...
he needs to go buy some water balloons.
That's a great... Only put water in there. You know, I don't want anyone to sue us or anything. We talked about Theme Hospital earlier. That is a really great, maybe like a game like The Sims.
Yeah, like any world building game would is a great escape.
Yeah.
They just put Mass Effect trilogy on backwards compatibility.
There you go.
So if you have, even if you hook up your 360 and play it. Jess has been playing it, and I'm sitting there. It's like I've got the itch. She's playing Mass Effect 1, which is like the worst of the three potentially. And I'm sitting there like, I want to play it again. I want to play it again. I want to play it again. I want to see those different armor types on my guy, not on her guy.
I think even if you pop on your headphones and leave the map music up there, that'll conk you right out.
Oh yeah,
sleep like a baby.
Yeah.
Matt, go get yourself a nice RPG. Like, hey, Lost Odyssey, just throwing it out there.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. That map music will lull you right to sleep.
One of my biggest, if we're gonna talk about RPGs, I guess we'll talk about two. One of my biggest comfort food games is Chrono Trigger. If you can get the DS version, that's the best one. Super great. Not a heavy lifting story. Battle system is straightforward, and probably my favorite comfort food game of all time is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Just pop that in, enjoy the music, wander around a castle. It's so good.
Oh man, Metroid Prime would be so good just to absorb yourself in, because there's so much stuff to look at in that game.
Yep.
If you want to throw your headphones in, turn the volume up really loud, Res.
There you go. Not the longest experience, but what is it? Transmission is endless, so you just play that. Yeah.
Yeah, but Res is so good, you just kind of rinse and repeat and play the whole thing over again.
Yep. Yeah. So good. Mm. Yeah, good luck. There's a lot of great games out there that you can kind of zone out to, so best wishes on your recent people outside your apartment. And that's
a predicament.
Yeah. Next email from Andrew D. Hey guys, I have 2 questions for you today. What are your thoughts on buying games more than once for different editions? You have come to the right place.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Who would do such a thing?
Example, new Pokemon Sun and Moon has a sexy Amazon exclusive Steelbook dual pack and a Best Buy exclusive dual pack. And while I'm at it, do you have OCD like me where you want different or cases of different editions of sequels to look the same? For example, if there's a special edition of a sequel, does it get on your nerves that the same looking and size special edition doesn't exist for the first game for you to line up next to it in a display of perfection?
Yes.
I hate that with Steelbooks, man. When a sequel comes out in Steelbook, I just went and rebought all the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got imports, whatever. It needs to have that nice spine. I don't know.
I feel like I really try not to buy multiple versions of a game until it's really old. You know, like, I have a ton of copies of Symphony of the Night, of Rez, of Chrono Trigger, but by the time I was buying, like, a Japanese PS2 version of Rez, it was $10 for a new sealed copy. You know, for me, that's, as a collector, that made a lot of sense. I'm not going to spend $60 on it, but yeah, all right, I'll put it, and it has a really cool manual. You know, I'll put that on the shelf next to the other ones and complete my collection. But if a brand new game is out, I'm probably not going to buy multiples because I could just buy another game.
Yeah. I tend to go singulars. Like, I'm pretty good at that, actually. I'm not like someone who buys 5 copies of Battlefield 1 or anything.
Hey, he's gifting them. He's Battlefield Santa.
It's gifting stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Battleborn.
Yeah.
Saints Row, dude.
Battleborn, that worked out well in my favor, didn't it?
Hey, man, sometimes we put sometimes we bet on the wrong horse.
I don't know. Saints Row was totally worth it. I think everyone should play that game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. There's another good block out the world.
Switch your
Saints
brain
Row
off.
4. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It'll make you shoot dubstep with a gun.
Yeah. Do 3 and 4 back to back.
Yeah, 3 is really good too.
3 is phenomenal, but that dubstep gun might be the best weapon of all time.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it might be
one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah.
As for the special editions, it bothers me. They did, between the two of us, myself and Jess have Fallout 3 special edition, New Vegas special edition, and 4 special edition. 3 in New Vegas come in a similar kind of box size, and Fallout 4 comes with the ridiculously giant Pip-Boy container.
Right.
And, like, the rest of it is on display out in the living room. The Pip-Boy container is up on the top of this bookshelf behind me because it's just too big to stick anywhere. It's cool and all, but it's just way too oversized to be useful on any of the shelves.
Yeah, I feel the same way because I watch a lot of the games coming out with like helmets.
Yeah.
Like I fought the
don't need a
urge
helmet.
I fought the urge so hard not to get the Titanfall helmet.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I see the collector edition for the mask for Dishonored 2.
Yeah.
And then I look up on the top of my shelf and there's Death's mask. I was like, well, it'd be really cool if it had some company.
That's how it happens.
Yep.
Man.
You're in once and then you're screwed, nubs.
Yeah. All right, we have one more email after this, actually, but I am out of time, unfortunately. So we're going to save Chino's email for next week. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Email us tvgpfans@gmail.com. Tweet us at tvgp. Join the Discord. All that stuff, all the cool, fun stuff is on the right-hand side of the page.
All right, and join us for our game. Don't forget to join the forums. Mark yourselves on the map.
Absolutely.
Join us for our game nights. That is Monday night, 10 p.m. EST on the Xbox One. It could be a multitude of things. It could even be Skyrim. You don't know. It's a mystery. Join us for Tuesday's Destiny night. Wednesday's Rocket League on the PlayStation 4. Destiny's PlayStation 4 as well. Thursday's Steam game night. Join us Friday through Monday. Friday through whatever. Through the weekend. Come play. Join our group. Our TVGP group.
Yes,
on
that's
Xbox
right.
One.
There's one on Xbox One. Just search for TVGP. And on PS4, search for E1M1. Sort of the same basic idea on both. And don't forget to watch us live, twitch.tv/E1M1 Network. YouTube is That Video Game Podcast. We're on Beam and Hitbox as well. Thank you very much for watching and listening. We'll see you all next week.
Laters.
I have 6 titles. Knobs, do you have any? I figured I'd ask. Whenever I don't ask or I forget about it.
I do. I have like a couple.
Yeah.
I've got 4.
4. All right. I'll let you lead off with titles here.
It's some of them are dumb. Nintendo don't, just because he nailed the delivery of it. Love's a little strong. Actually, 2.
I like that one.
My favorite one is Shuffle, Shuffle, Shuffle.
All right. I have Death on 2 Wings because it just came out of nowhere. I wanted more gems because I liked Moon Period just saying, like, I wanted more gems. The Pin Packs Problem, Progress Bar the Game, Battlefield Santa, and It Could Even Be Skyrim. I kind of like Death on Two Wings.
Yeah. I like that. And Battlefield Center.
Yeah. I feel like Death on Two Wings is punchier than Battlefield Santa.
I would say Battlefield Santa, and that was a December title. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Hands down. the episode before top 10, maybe. All right, I'm gonna circle Death on Two Wings then. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 473 for November 14th, 2016. Death on Two Wings.
The Valkyrie cries. All
right, thanks so much everyone for watching. We will see you all next week. Bye.